This is Daniel Caycedo with Colorado MMA News, and today I'm joined by Noufel El Kasri, who is getting ready for the Sparta Wyoming IV fight coming up here in just about a week. So today's Friday, this will probably come out early next week, and then you'll be fighting Saturday, November 7th. And a great matchup. You're taking on a Factory X fighter, Geno Shvedov, and both of you very good amateur records, and this will be for a championship. So how you feeling about a week out right now, and what are your thoughts on this matchup?
And it's gonna be a good fight. I'm a week out. Like it's been a great camp. I have a great camp. Thank God. No injuries, nothing. That's the most important thing to me. Just going through solid camp, and that's what it is. I've been through a good camp, and I want to thank God for that. Alhamdulillah. And yeah, it's gonna be a great fight. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm grateful for Sparta for still putting on shows. During this pandemic. I'm sure like a lot of people are getting. Like it's been crazy times, but I'm just grateful for it.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it is awesome that they've been able to put on now four shows this year. I mean, it's speaks very highly of the promotion and their abilities to get stuff done in school. So what do you think about this matchup? I mean, you train with Elevation, high altitude martial arts, and this is a Factory X guy, and you guys are often pinned up against each other, especially locally, but sometimes even in the upper levels of organizations. So what are your thoughts on this matchup?
Well, like the both camps are like, like you said, I'm from Elevation, he's from Factory X. Those are really respectful camps. Two of the best fight teams in Colorado, and not only in Colorado. I'm pretty sure it's two of the best fight teams on the world. And he's it's gonna be a good fight. That's all I gotta say. It's he can scrap. I can scrap. I can fight. He's a tough guy. I know he's gonna show up. I have no doubt that he's gonna show up, and so that's what makes it more exciting. It's gonna be a really good fight. We're gonna clash in there, and it's gonna be a great fight.
Absolutely. And you, I mean, you have a title for Sparta already. You've earned one of their amateur titles, and you also have amateur kickboxing titles. So
Yeah.
obviously, you're very apt at striking. But how do you see this fight going? Do you want to keep this on the feet, or are you just willing to take wherever it needs to go?
Well, the it's like it's an MMA fight. This is not a kickboxing fight. So the fight starts standing up, obviously, and we're gonna go from there. My goal is to stay up. I decide where the fight goes. That's always my goal is like if I decide to take the fight to the ground, then I will take the fight to the ground. So yeah, it's I'm not gonna allow him to take me down or try to force his ground game on me. So it's all up to me. I decide where the fight goes. If I want to keep the fight standing 3 rounds for 9 minutes, so I'm gonna keep it standing 3 rounds, 9 minutes. If I want to take him down anytime I want, so I'll definitely take him down and try to finish on the ground.
Yeah, I love the confidence. And that confidence has to come in part at least from training with Team Elevation, from training at high altitude, and having all these killers in the room all the time. So who have you been working with the most throughout this camp?
Man, I've been working with all my teammates, with all of them, like the team has been really active when it comes to fights. So like you see people like in and out, like we'll help each other. And that's the beauty of the sport. And that's the beautiful thing about having a solid team. It's like when someone is missing, you have someone else that can help you, so that's the thing. So like Corey just fought recently, so he was out for a little break. Then you have Evan is still in, you have a couple other people that stay in, Carlos, Carlos Caldejon. I have all my teammates that are in them, and it's been great to me that I can get to work with all these guys, like on the mats and share the mats with them.
Yeah, absolutely. And you also have your brothers at home, right? One of your brothers, your younger brother, is going to be fighting on this card, but you also have your twin brother at home to train with if you ever need something in between. I'm sure that it keeps you busy.
Yeah, I want to just correct a little something. He's not my
Oh,
twin
okay.
brother, but we just look like each other, and it's we're just a year and 9 months in between.
Okay, cool. So who's older then?
I am.
Okay, very
Yeah,
nice, very nice. Oh, cool. I appreciate that.
yeah, of course.
So who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
Cody Donovan, Christian Allen, and my strength conditioning coach Aaron Porter.
Very nice. That's a power corner right there if I've ever heard one. And Aaron does a lot of jujitsu too. I mean, he's not just a strength and performance guy, right?
Oh yeah, he's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. He's a
Yeah.
solid grappler. That's what's the cool thing about Aaron. It's like how many like does your strength conditioning coach train with you? Mine does. You know what I mean? Like mine jumps on the mat with me and he trains me, so he knows what our lack is and he knows when I'm not in shape. So that's the cool thing about Ari. And that's why our relationship and our bond is so strong.
Absolutely. And how long have you been with Altitude Martial Arts and Team Elevation?
Well, since I moved here, like House Martial Arts, the only the first gym I walked into,
Oh
and
wow.
yeah, it's like the first gym I walked into when I moved here from Morocco to Denver, and yeah, since then, like I've crossed gyms, I've crossed training, different other gyms, but high altitude has always been my home.
Yeah.
Never left and never trying train somewhere else.
How lucky or fortuitous that that's the gym that you stumble into when you first move here. That's
Yeah,
incredible.
man, I don't know, man. It's crazy. Like, like sometimes, like, that's why I see, like sometimes stuff just happens, and
Yeah.
like everything happens for a reason, That's why I'm a big believer that everything happens for a reason. And I walked into high altitude the first day, and that's it. The
Yeah.
rest is history.
That's awesome. And speaking of, I mean, it's kind of hard to find a good reason for why COVID's happening to us right now, but has that negatively impacted your training at all, or have you been able to work around that for this fight camp?
I've been able to work around that. There's this fight camp, yeah, I've been able to walk around it. It's just staying busy. And, if I can't go to the gym or the gym is closed or anything, I have my brothers with me. He's a glory kickboxer. He's world class striking. And, I have all the gear at home and I have the space, we train together, we hit some mitts, we do drills together, we take spar, we grapple too, couple times, so
Cool.
yeah, so like COVID hasn't slowed me down at all.
Beautiful, beautiful. It's a lifestyle, it sounds like.
It really is a lifestyle.
Cool. So this, like we said, this is a Friday when we're shooting this, about a week out from the fight next Saturday. So what's this final week look like as far as a weight cut for you? What does that process look like for you?
Well, I am fighting my like my natural weight class. I'm not like going up or I'm not going down. So I'm fighting at featherweight. So I'm not too heavy. So weight cut for me just water load and sweating like 6 pounds. Like nothing too crazy. Like I'm on point. So next week should be just like visualization. Like visualize how the fight's gonna go and like recover as much as you can and stay on top of the game. That's it. Stay on top of it and like stay focused, and that's about it.
Yeah, and so does visualization play a big part into your training and your career?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I like have always, I've always like my coach Christian said, he's like visualize how the fight's gonna go and visualize different ways how we're gonna win. And I've used it through my whole fights pretty much since I've walked into high altitude. I've always visualized myself winning in different ways, like winning with the KOs or like winning with the TKO, or like visualizing how the fight can go on the ground and I get on top and finish with the ground pound, or visualize how I can get a submission. So like the visualization is very powerful. It's the law of attraction. It's kind of like you speak it to existence, and that's what you kind of like, and you just wait for it to happen. And you just gotta have the faith to believe in it. That's it. Like you believe in it, and it's gonna happen. That's it.
Absolutely, manifest that destiny.
Yeah.
And speaking of, both you and your younger brother are going to have the opportunity to fight on this card together. Elias is going to be on this card with you in a kickboxing match. So what does that mean for you? I mean, how does that feel, be on the same card as your brother?
Man, that's really exciting. That's really exciting. Like I've I've been fighting for like 6 or 7 years, pretty much, like a lot of tournaments, a lot of kickboxing, a lot of, I've had 4 MMA fights already. And like me and my brother, we're kind of like very similar of age, Hussam, and we never had the opportunity to both fight on the same card. It was gonna happen once, but it didn't go through. Both of our opponents got canceled and pulled out. It was very like yeah, so this is the first time it's going to happen, and it's history. It's like the first time, two El Kasri's fight on the same night, and we're gonna get two W's, inshallah, and that's it.
I love
It's
it.
very exciting, man.
Yeah, I look forward to it. I'm excited for it. So, focusing back on you and not to look past this fight at all, but, what are your goals for your career from here?
Well, like you said, I'm not trying to look past my this fight as well, but My goal is to go pro after this fight. My coaches have always wanted 5 MMA fights to before I go pro. So this will be my fifth amateur MMA fight, and we'll go from there. I think after this fight, I'm gonna take a little time to regroup, recover, redevelop techniques, and learn more stuff. And we'll definitely 2021 is going to be a big year for me. 2021 is going to be a big year, and we're going to try to go pro and hopefully like get 3 Ws next year.
Very
That's
cool.
the
I
plan.
love it, man. I love it. And people heard it here first, going pro after this. That's great. And just to reinforce that, I mean, not only have you had these MMA fights, but you've also had the kickboxing background as well. So I mean, it would seem that you're kind of on that precipice of being right there, if not ready to be a pro. So it's very exciting for you, man. Congratulations and best of skill moving forward. And how can people give you credit to watch this pay-per-view? So SpartaSE.com is where they can buy it. But how can they give you credit for the purchase?
I'm not sure honestly how it works because this is the first time I'm fighting on like on their pay-per-view card since because of due to COVID. So they give me a code, which is my first name, just in capital, but I'm not sure really how it works. So I'm pretty sure like, if you follow the link, follow the step by step, you'll get through it.
And then Noufel.
Yeah.
Cool, cool. And then how can people follow you online? How can they follow your career?
Oh, I have an Instagram account. It's Noufel and my last name Elkasri.
Cool. So go give them a follow. Give us a follow. Colorado MMA News. And Noufel, thank you very much for joining us. And man, best of skill in this upcoming fight for you. Good luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Daniel, for having me today. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.